I'm Tom Linton.
I'm Jim Adkins.
I'm Zach.
I'm Rick.
And we are the rock band Jimmy Eat World from originally Mesa, Arizona. So Zach and I met in preschool. His mother was our preschool teacher, and we all knew each other because we grew up in the same public school system. We started like maybe around junior high. We started, Zach and I, kind of getting together because I played guitar and he played drums. And then later on, like in high school, we met Rick and Tom because that's what everyone was starting to do, is like form bands.
Yeah, in 2001, after 9/11 happened, we were just getting a lot of, I think, people were sort of wondering about the title of our record because it was called Bleed American.
Which was also the first single.
Yeah, and so the first single is Bleed American, the title of the album is Bleed American, and the day, I think, after September 11th happened, like, the song was actually getting radio play, and then it just dropped off the face of the earth. And at the time, like, changing a record title didn't really seem like that big of a problem. It wasn't really that big of a deal to us. The songs were still the songs. And
we'd worked so hard at it, like, to have something like that standing in the way of somebody objectively coming to listen to it for the first time, it seemed like just the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think maybe in hindsight, with Bleed American getting taken off the airwaves, we did sort of, it forced our hand to, okay, we got to put out our next single. And, and in the end, it worked out really well for us in terms of the middle doing really well, and maybe even the middle being kind of like a song that like helped people through hard times, because that's what we hear all the time. We just released a record last fall called Invented, and it's a record that we're really proud of. We worked really hard on it. It was probably the album that we relied on ourselves more than any other album, just in terms of making it. I mean, Jim did a great job of basically engineering the whole record.
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, he did a great job. And we just, we worked really hard, and we're really proud of it, and it was a really great experience making the record. I think the endeavor of like making videos today is a lot different than it was when we were like young kids watching MTV. It seemed like then music videos were really influential in the way that people approach music, and now it doesn't seem like that's the case anymore.
I think making videos now is kind of a lot like making records now. Like, the infrastructure to push a video is more or less gone from how it used to be, Just like the infrastructure for how you push like music is gone, because there's nowhere where you're gonna work it. I mean, the internet is the internet, and MTV doesn't play videos. Our new video for My Best Theory is probably the most hands-on we've been with making videos, and it's ironic that we aren't even in it. I had a lot of conversation with Ron Winter. I mean, lots of conversations with Ron Winter about the direction of it and like the concept of it, and we kind of hashed it out together, and it just became what it is, And I think it's one of my favorites.
If I could take one thing from here, I would take Elvis's 1974 Lincoln, and it's purple.
I could see you rolling in that song.
Yeah, totally.
For me, probably the one thing I would take from the Hall of Fame here would be Joey Ramone's Leather Jacket. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty iconic. That, or maybe Bono's acoustic guitar, where he wrote, like, supposedly. I can never really totally trust that that's actually real. Like, that guitar he actually wrote old U2 songs on. But that would be cool if it were indeed true.
If I could just take one thing from here, I'd probably take Phil Everly's acoustic. Just, I don't know. I think that'd be just a great find to have laying around the house. Just laying around the house.
If I could take one thing from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it would be the Rolling Stones pinball machine.
Hey, what's up? We're Jimmy Eat World, and this is 5 Minutes of Fame on the Zune Marketplace.